It's about utilizing this last pick to really kind of seal the deal on their draft. And this is why generic 5 here, understand maybe what Secret's going to be doing with these opening 2 heroes, and then you get to kind of try and complete the first 4 heroes.
The generic 5 that Poppy had opted for to pair up with this witch doctor, to pair up with the anti-mage was the witch doctor. But we're going to see a Snapfire, which may not necessarily be guaranteed as a 5. I know Zai has been trying to show off the Snapfire potential as a 3, namely against a Phoenix, just because you want to be able to shred down that supernova. What are you thinking that the Snapfire is looking like? A 5 or a 3? Support, core?
I'd like to see it more as a 5, just because you have another mechanism for the anti-mage to lane into Clockwork. If he doesn't have Blink Up, you always have the cookie to get out of Cog, so if there is maybe a misplay from Charlie, he's kind of saved by his 5. The argument of Snapfire countering Phoenix, it's good in theory, but how many times is the Snapfire in position to Lil Shredder the Egg? Realistically, not that often. It's maybe like 1 out of 3 fights.
I like Axe here to counter that idea. That's going to be an offlaner that relies on a passive. It's going to be either Centaur, Slardar, Legion, or Axe.
Because you don't want to have to deal with getting mana
Yeah,
burned.
you don't want to deal with mana burn. I think they're going to potentially run the Clockwork 5. I think they want that option. Like, Phoenix isn't the best in lane against Anti-Mage, but if you have a hero that dissuades the Anti-Mage... Yeah, Slardar. If you have an Anti-Mage, if you're a hero that dissuades the Anti-Mage from going on your Phoenix, then you can run it that way. So it leaves them with more options for the safe lane. Usually you have, like, a ranged support duo in the safe lane. So if they want a ranged core, they can put Clock 5. If they want a melee core, they can put Phoenix 5. And they just have all the... Slardar destroys Anti-Mage, man. It's just... For those who haven't played the matchup, pretty straightforward. Anti-Mage is all that good against magic, pretty low base armor. Slardar has 2 stuns that are not blockable by the passive of Counterspell active. And he also amps your minus armor. So he makes a hero that usually does enough physical damage to kill Anti-Mage. Now, like, 2 or 3 shot him. It's really hard for Anti-Mage to enter the fight against a Slardar on the opponent team. And when I see the Pangolier here, I'm screaming Phantom Assassin. Lone Druid probably still pretty good. I'm just not a huge, I don't know too much about that hero. Any of these right-clicking usually have a little bit of physical damage issues, but that Slardar is going to put him right over that critical threshold. Be able to the lane domination against Pango would be a bonus.
Yeah, so whenever you're saying, I saw this Pango, I'm screaming for a Phantom Assassin, it's namely for the lane matchup that you're asking for?
Yeah, I'm just thinking, out of all the heroes now, I'm thinking what heroes are good against Anti-Mage. Okay, now that they've picked Pango, what does pretty well in lane against it? Also, PA is nice against Pango because you don't really die to him. You can always evade his roll with your Blink, and then you also can burst him before he rolls. And your dagger also goes through disarms. So
the downside is that you'd be paired with 2 melee cores, and I know you had mentioned that the Phoenix and the Clockwork would flex depending on who's ranged, who's melee.
You don't have to force that necessarily. It is relevant, but I know teams like Team Secret, I try to give general guidelines that makes Dota easier to play, but Team Secret, they'll make it work. So they go for Lycan. Okay, I mean that is a hero we don't see too often nowadays, but absolutely some single target physical damage.
But in terms of this Pango pick, they are second pick, so they have this last pick to decide where the Pango is going. They can put it mid, they can put it off lane. Seeing this Lycan, I would rather see this Pango go to that mid lane just to be able to get a better off lane to punish this Lycan potentially, or at least put some pressure on, maybe take his tower earlier. And then Pango naturally can deal with this push. The issue here is it's so kind of glaringly obvious that this might happen that all Secret have to do is they just need to pick a strong mid laner to potentially play into this Pango, and now the whole cuteness of Flex is kind of completely dismantled.
So they banned the Prophet. What exactly is Secret worried about? Are they worried about them not being able to let Lycan push freely? Are they worried about some sort of catch as they also finish off a Broodmother? It seems like they're concerned about getting out-pushed.
And getting a little bit cheesed, I think.
Yeah.
Obviously, Broodmother much more so than the Prophet, but these mobile summoners on the map can be a little annoying for their lineup. They don't want to play reactionary Dota on the side of Team Secret. They want to just march down lanes, maybe have the Phoenix protecting their buildings, maybe some Clockwork flares, and they just want to be playing the opponent's side of the map the entire game. So they don't want to pick these heroes that force them to react to their own side of the map, them losing their own objectives. And Broodmother, Obviously, could be a bit cheesy and maybe even just stomp the game 1v5, at least in time for the anti-mage, but even then that seems like an awkward pairing. I think the Lycan can lane against Pango either way. It's not the best lane matchup for Lycan because your Pango Q is physical damage against the Wolves, but if they have to, I think they're very fully prepared to put this Lycan mid. So I would like to see whatever pick they do not only be good in lane against Pango, but also potentially flex to the safe lane.
Map2 loves the doggy man, so even if they do flex it, I imagine he's going to be playing it regardless of wherever it goes. And another hero that is going to pair up very, very well with the with the amplification, the corrosive haze, the armor. Let's go full armor strat. Put a wave of terror on top of that. This anti-mage is going to get sliced up in like 3 crits in shapeshift form.
It's
Howl
so
is
scary.
-8. Wave is -6. Slardar is -10, 15, 20.
Minus a lot.
So at level 6, they have at level like 20 minutes into the game, that's going to be -20 for armor.
Seems effective.
I think NiP just put themselves in a corner here, though, in terms of like they tried keeping both Tiny and Pango open up to play multiple roles, and now sure they pick up this co-op. It's going to give them some laning kind of pressure, but I'm still kind of skeptical in those early fights. When you think about it, you've got Tiny Avalanche toss combo, Mortimer's Kisses, Roll, and Sonic Wave. After that, you don't really have that innate right clicker. You've got no one who's that scary outside of that one spell combo. Compared to Team Secret, they've got magic damage, they've got like spell, everything they need to small fights, take towers and Roshan. So I think NiP are very much on the back foot, and it's going to be very scary for them to approach this game.
It doesn't seem like NiP also have any ways of keeping Secret in a fight. Secret can just leave whenever they feel like. They can enter the fight, they can move it around, whereas NiP, they're just going to be chasing them around most of the time, I feel.
Okay, so I'm going to do my best interpretation of what I try to put my mind in that of the tier 1 teams like Secret.
Okay.
If you're playing an IP right now, how do they start fights? Who goes in first? If they get initiated onto, who saves each other? Who dies? Like, literally everyone on NiP dies in fights. And I feel like Team Secret has initiators, they have counter-initiators, they have the guy that's going to hit buildings, they have like spells in a cohesive manner that work together. I just think it's too easy for Secret again. I don't know.
It's the simplicity of draft and how they got to that endpoint. Secret, they clearly had an understanding of why they're picking heroes to get to the end, and then NiP felt after that first game, we got to take this anti-mage. It's such a good strat. Let's do this, And I feel like they may have reacted too heavily from game 1, putting themselves in a corner, being a little bit cute with flex picks, and fundamentally just they lack a lot of key things to get themselves through this game. So if they do win this game, it will be incredible because they would have been able to play the map super well, keep lanes pushed out, and try and outplay Secret. But again, Secret, NiP.
I think this is worse. I think this is worse than the first game. I think in the first game, if they survived early game, it was fine, right? Yeah.
It's just nice seeing Charlie getting likened.
Yeah,
that's
poetic.
Wow.
Yeah, sure.
So now that just seems sadistic at this point, but it did seem like EGB, they were leaning. It was even more so, which after seeing game 1, again, not too surprising, and NiP shouldn't feel bad the way that this game is going, but hopefully they will be able to pull something out as we send it over to our casters for game number 2.
You know, Jenkins, there was a moment where I was hopeful for Ninjas in Pajamas. I looked up at the draft, I saw Lycan, I was like, oh, they've got Charlie Lycan. Maybe that's the key to success, and then no. That's Secret's draft.
I was similar. I was kind of hopeful for their draft because I looked at him and I said, oh, a Secret Lycan. That's a completely garbage hero. But then I saw that there's a Slardar, and one of my biggest concerns with Lycan is he doesn't out-carry most of the carries right now, and the game always goes late. The game, taking those early towers isn't as important as it once was, or at least taking the tier 2s is kind of impossible. But with the Slardar, really whatever carry you have is going to out-carry because he just doubles their damage, so it doesn't matter that, let's say there's a Spectre on the enemy team. It doesn't matter, but Lycan also has a good matchup versus the anti-mage.
And then on top of that, they've got the Vengeful Spirit, which they're going to be running, which was the swerve that Secret put on us, because they're like, okay, we can run Lycan mid.
And, okay, so this is a Venge carry with a Puppy 5 Clockwork.
Yep.
Well, they never do anything traditional, do they? It's always
It's
something like this.
Different than the last traditional where it's like, okay, Night Stalker carry, like, I could see how that works if you execute perfectly, but like here I just see an overwhelming amount of synergy. And maybe I'm just like saying that because it's Secret and it's probably going to look good, but I don't know. I feel better about this kind of surprise in drafting.
Yeah, I mean, they were kind of the first team to really do this, sending like a position 4 type hero into the position 5 and playing in the safe lane. Like they kind of invented this, so when you see them do it, it always feels like, well, they're in their comfort zone. Whereas some of these other teams, they make these lane swaps, and it's a little bit more, okay, we'll see how comfortable they are with it.
Yeah. You can see a difference in how the Animage is able to play already. Against the Slardar, it's going to be tough because he can actually man-fight you, and he doesn't necessarily need mana to do so. Zai did level up Crush level 1 just to kind of like burn through his mana, because you might as well.
I like that. I mean, the level 1 bash is kind of crap anyway, so it makes sense.
This is a classic Phoenix death right here. He doesn't have any mana left, so one more hit might not be enough. In fact, it won't. He's going to need a lot more hits now, because now the healing salve's gone off. They're going to be able to remove that, but Charlie has to just focus on his CS. He's already missed too many as it is.
Oh, gets a D-ward on Misha.
Nice.
That's pretty nice. That's okay. I mean, no matter what happens between the supports here, though, you still have a Slardar versus an anti-mage. It's always going to go in favor of the Slardar. I don't think there's much a Snapfire can do to prevent that from happening.
Yeah, what about that Snapfire? Because, like, I don't really see a good reason why we have a Snapfire. Don't really feel like it's the best support, and the only reason I ever like it is when, like, Vikings run it and they have, like, some sort of combo or something.
I think it's just for the egg. I think it's literally just to kill the level 1 egg. That's about it.
I felt like 3 months ago that was a thing where, like, I remember someone lost Los Angeles. People were like, oh, yeah, just trap Snapfire. It kills the Phoenix Egg. And then as time went on, people were like, hey, yeah, but it kind of sucks if he gets level 2 Supernova.
Yeah. It is.
Just got a Snapfire, and that hero isn't particularly amazing. If they could get this kill on Nisha, it'd be really big. And look at those lucky shot procs from Saberlight.
Oh,
still not enough.
Around.
No!
Oh, are you serious?
Puppey gets the first blood. Just a slight bit of body blocking. Man, that was almost a first blood on Vengeful Spirit, and then that was almost a double kill for Secret.
Right. So many regen baits in this game so far with the Fairy Fires and stick charges. Very nice. God. Saberlight is playing one of his, his best hero.
Yeah.
I would say so. He is really hoping to get a good start in this game. If there's any game he's going to pop off in, it's on a Pango.
Yeah.
He's got to do it this game.
Problem is, I said that last time, and when they were about to be eliminated, and I said, Saberlight's on his Pango. This will turn things around.
Yeah.
It didn't work out that way.
It's all about psychology, you know. It's if he's feeling good, I think his Pango will look good. If he's having a rough time, I know he's been tweeting some memes, self-deprecating a little bit. So we'll see how he's feeling today. Pango's a really big feel hero, as you know, being a big Pango fan yourself.
A lot of feel heroes.
There are.
Being one of them.
Yeah.
Mid lane's got to feel good. Supreme is owning it up right now. 27-5. Now, a decent number of those are wolf kills, but I don't think wolves are... I don't know exactly what the bounty is on them, but it's got to be decent.
They're decent. Yeah, they're decent. It's like 25, 30, something like that.
Is he going to try and run him down? Oh, you know he is. Matama Man jukes him out by cutting down the tree, spots him for a moment, gets one hit in. It wasn't enough. Supreme's going to go again. He spots him, Matama Man, thanks to the vision from the creeps. The wolf looking to block him in, but he gets the scream. Big kill for Supreme, making good use of that haste rune.
Honestly, I feel like that's a matchup that Lycan does perfectly fine in. For the most part, you know, you've got the regen to work with, and you can just go jungle. And Quap isn't exactly good at killing the wolves because they have high magic resistance. So kudos to Supreme for just putting on a clinic here. This is 2 games in a row, actually. He's had a really good showing in the mid lane.
Radiant are scanning.
Spooky player, actually.
He certainly is. Like many of these players on Ninjas of Pajamas, this current team is probably the best roster they've been a part of since the start of their careers. Supreme going back to the old alternate attacks lineup. He's been around for a while, but still a very young player in age anyway. Charlie, another example. I think he's like 22, 23. So he was playing when he was like 14, 15.
He's a grandpa. In Dota years, that's a grandpa.
Is it though? We still got players like Beer around, man.
That's true. That's true.
Puppy is pretty old.
We are an aging demographic, aren't we?
Yeah.
Us Dota players.
Bash.
Yeah.
Bring the end to Misha's life.
I think as a Slardar, you really just need... Ooh, I love what he's doing with this. He's doing the Tranquils trick, where he's disassembling and then holding them as a locked combining, so they can make Tranquils, heal up, and then disassemble it again.
Matamba Man sees the gank coming in from the Tiny immediately. Pops his ultimate. He don't think you can really dive Supreme, though.
No.
But at least he can get a regen.
Yeah, it pushes him off, but that is a long cooldown ultimate at this point.
Nope.
Oh, he's going in.
Go again.
Whoa.
Supreme's gonna go for the TP out. It's gonna be a close call, but Matamba Man gets him.
Man.
Oh, what killer instincts from Matamba Man.
Dude, he didn't even have any vision. That was just instinct.
Yeah.
That was nuts. I mean, he's playing up against he had the ult and the screen maxed out. Like, you have to be careful there. Jesus, Matamba, relax.
Yeah, his Necronomicon, he was like, damage is going to be too much. And credit to Supreme, he reacted really quickly.
He
was
did.
like, I TPs. TPs instantly.
Man,
Wasn't fast enough.
look at the tower damage, too.
Yeah.
You do not want to be losing this tower solo at 7 minutes.
Yeah, this is so much worse than the DK versus Quap matchup. DK takes a very, he slowly works at it while Quap's away ganking. Here, just one push is all it took.
Man, that's it. 2 heroes committed to defending that, too. And NiP is the team that usually groups up and takes that mid tower really early on. This throws a wrench into their game plan completely. Saberlight has to resort to creep cutting here. Nisha's having such a good time down here. 20 denies.
Another bash up. Charlie, quite the opposite, as he is having a very bad time. It's about 200 net worth below the Vengeful Spirit, but every single time I look over, Zai is pressuring him. And I can't imagine it's going to get much better for him as the Slardar picks up level 3 bash, then it's Corrosive Haze. Nisha toss back. Good play by Era. See if they can actually finish him off this time. A swap over to Puppy and a TP out. Well done by Nisha. And it looks like Puppy's going to get out as well, as they don't want to run through the cogs.
Very nice little play there, using the swap. Usually as a carry, that's not a super effective ability, because either you're killing somebody else or you're killing yourself. That's not often a good choice, but with Puppy being a clockwork, I mean, he doesn't care.
Nice defensive ward there from Ninjas of Pajamas. Sees the rotation coming in from Lycan, and they all abandon ship. They TP to the bottom lane, looking to trade safe lane towers now. Now, it looks
fair.
like Team Secret, though, are going to try and go for the take enemy tower and still defend their own play, but it's going to get Nisha caught as Misha delivers the killing blow. Zai's going to pop out, though. Go for Saberlight. Saberlight doesn't have the swashbuckle up, so that's a pretty easy kill, and they will indeed defend this tower. Ninjas of Pajamas, they're not going to be able to take back that map control at top. Matamba Man, damage is already dealt.
Yeah, and I think he has his TP on Matamba, so and his ult as well, so they leave him to push that top tower, and they know if something breaks up bot, he can get there. And man, Slaughter is a surprisingly good hero at doing like a tier 1 defense, just because he's so damn tanky if you go for this stat build that Zai is going for.
Yeah.
Like he's so manly.
He's going to try and toss him back into his team if they can finish him off. He's actually inside the cogs right now, which is perfect for the Sonic Wave. Turns over, deals with the egg, and looks back to Puppy, where Charlie, he's trying to finish him off. Nisha actually goes to the swap. They do have the Rolling Thunder, misses all of those heroes, bounces back, clips the Venge, tossed on top of him. Charlie, does he not have Blink Up? I don't think he does. He just used it, and it looks like with that stun, maybe they're going to be able to... No, he blinks away. The Wolves are still trying to run him down, and the blink isn't going to be up just yet. He's only got a sliver of HP. The Wolves might be able to kill him, while Supreme, he got the kill on Charlie, while the TP from Quap succeeded.
Bro, dude, Matamba, that was like the greediest but coolest play I've seen in a long time.
If he had pulled out both of those kills,
that would have been
at the
insane.
same time, that would have been a legend move.
I can't believe he just tried that. That was so greedy. I love to see that sort of stuff, though. He's like, my wolves have got it.
Yeah,
I wish I could have seen his perspective. I wish I could have seen that.
Mm-hmm.
But you saw the wolves on the map chasing. You know he's microing both.
Yep.
That was sick.
Especially since he blinked into a high ground area, so it's not like he would have really kept good vision there.
Yeah, you need to actually micro there.
Saberlight. Rough time. And the Snapfire comes in with the ultimate, but they had no disables behind it, so not really focused fire in any way.
Surprisingly difficult to get that ult off as a Pango versus Avenge. So many disables. Dude, Zai's a madman.
Going in, man. He saw Charlie just blink, and he's like, okay, I can pressure this guy, but he's going to be met with too many heroes. Misha had already TP'd into that hiding spot behind the tier 2, and Tiny made his rotation secret to keep up this tower pressure.
The idea that Zai is kind of going with here is this traditional, well, maybe it's not so traditional, but just this idea that Slardar, like if you go for this drums build, treads, usually it'll be like a bracer or two.
Mm-hmm.
It's just such a pain in the ass to try to kill you. And so he's just trying to make them work for it. Obviously, he'd rather be alive and be wasting their time, but you can kind of see what he's going for. Like he's just trying to put himself in a really dangerous position to just get the enemies to run at him. That's basically it.
Yeah. And they did take that bottom tower kind of as a result, right? There's 3 people top. Secret just kind of run at the tower pretty quickly.
True.
Shapeshift's going to go off. He sees the double damage. Era is actually going to leave it. But that just means the Wolf's going to kill you that much quicker, Era. And the rest of his team probably needs to get out too. Supreme, he still has a blink up.
I half expected Matumba to just dive the tier 2 there, because he's been so crazy with his... Like, every single time I think he's going to just chase some guy or not chase some guy, it's always wrong. It's like, oh, he's clearly going to go for the anti-mage, right? That's a high-value kill. Nope, lets the wolves go. Diving the tower, he goes in well after the fact, kind of baiting Supreme, making him think he's okay. Matumba's been playing this just insanely well.
Dire are scanning.
You think he's still got something to prove? I want to get him on an interview and ask him that question, like, because it's hard to say, right? You get kicked from the team, that team goes in, gets second at TI. You join Secret, right? And yes, you are met with great success. You prove you're a fantastic carry, but you don't get the chance to prove it at TI. You know, and I wonder if because of that he's still got this driving force.
I think so, and I hope so, because what he said after...
Radiant structures
wait a minute here.
fortified.
Era, you're a little bit out of position there, bud.
Yeah, you're in reach of Puppey and Zai, but he's going to turn around and get some good damage now. If Saberlight can Rolling Thunder and catch one of them, gets over the cliff, spots Puppey. Puppey's trapped, nowhere to go to. He's going to keep going and see if he can track down Zai, and sure enough, he does. But his allies aren't really close, and Zai is very tanky, as you mentioned.
This is a trend, by the way, that I want to mention. A lot of people are going for casual cloak.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's super cheap.
Yeah, it's very cheap. You know, going back to Aghanim's Labyrinth.
Uh-huh.
Now we all know how important magic resistance is. It makes you...
I feel like we already knew that lesson, Jenkins.
No.
There's a lot of magic damage in Dota.
We needed the Labyrinth.
Okay.
As a
Misha,
community.
he's going to swap Era back in. He's certainly dead. But farther up, that is the interesting stuff, because he's trying to chase down Saberlight. Looks like he could almost go for more. That crush has landed. Who knows? Maybe Supreme was going to die as well.
Yeah, man, I think with just a 1-second crush and amplification on Queen of Pain, I think all the Lycan units legitimately could have killed her. Like, that's how much damage Matumba Man is doing right now.
Yeah, with all that minus armor, for sure. Speaking of minus armor, that makes Roshan a pretty easy bet for Team Secret. Was that Aghanim's being built up next for Zai?
It looks like it.
We still don't have a Battle Fury on our enemy. Jesus.
Yeah, that is...
no. He needed to be like having Battle Fury and working like towards that halberd already.
I think so. I think a halberd at this point would be quite nice. He could show up the fights and not instantly die.
Yeah.
Gets a courier.
Yeah, courier kill. Saberlight. Hops over the cliff with the shield crash. That's easy for him. Era, okay, he does have the Snapfire ultimate coming. Oh no, the cogs! It missed everything up, and he doesn't have his shield crash up, so he's just flat out blocked. Charlie can come in and finish off Era, but now they've used so much, and Secret know it too. That's why Zai and Nisha, they're just looking to chase down these heroes. They're going to catch whoever they can. It's going to be Misha up first. They're still fighting inside this river, though, and Saberlight, he's going to use another shield crash. Same trick that he did last time. Chain stun, though. Bash up first into a magic missile. Didn't have the crush up in time. Zai chasing Saberlight. Saberlight, he's got another swashbuckle coming in. Swap into a bash into a crush that almost landed. Thankfully, the Yules was there, and an avalanche may cover Supreme's retreat as the blink is back up now. Saberlight needs to be able to get away. Another swashbuckle. He's good. Disarmed up Zai, and there goes his Aegis. He don't give a damn. Now he's going to be surrounded by 5 heroes. Ninjas in pajamas form up a high five. Zai knows he's been got, but hey, look, top lane. That's Matamba Man taking a tier 2 for free.
And you can tell Zai's having fun with this one. He's having so much fun.
You know, you gotta feel good. You're up by 8,000 net worth. You've taken most of the outer towers. You see the Animage's items. You know you've got all the time in the world. And to your point, you said Lycan doesn't usually beat most carries, but with this kind of synergy, right, he's going to extend well into the late game if it ever goes that way.
Absolutely, absolutely. This is something that I think makes Slardar a very value hero right now. You can pick whatever carry you want, instead of just the illusion ones.
Nice cogs, but... Oh, smooth moves there from Saberlight. Does get there in time to help get a kill.
It's not so easy to play this Pango hero versus Clockwork, actually. Any of these wall creators are kind of annoying. Not much can disrupt that ball, but these are the few spells that can.
Shapeshift, and look at that. Just rips him apart. Saberlight's going to be next. Swashbuckle in a second. A cookie, that might just save him. He gets a spell off, but he dies by killing the melee Necronomicon unit. Oh, wait, what did he die from? I guess he just got hit by something big. It looked like the nuke, man, but I guess that's just the Lycan hits.
Yeah, he got smashed.
Will Scepter will let Supreme blink away back to his base, but...
Because I might have... Oh, no, he needed 2 more hits, I was going to say. He does have a lot of attack speed with, you know, sitting on Agi treads and with the drums.
What's with, is Desolator, like, just super value right now? We keep on seeing these Desolator pickups on heroes that...
Who's going for Deso? Nisha?
We've got it on Nisha now. We saw it on the Ember Spear, like he built Deso first earlier.
God, I don't mean to be like a conspiracy theorist, but...
Okay.
I swear to God, this Aghanim's Labyrinth, man. Like, Deso is so good in that. What the hell? I mean, he's a bench carry, right? Like, Actually, it doesn't work on the illusion anymore. So, I don't know. Minus armor, I guess.
Sonic Wave, Zai still surviving through it all, turns around, kills Saberlight. They're just running out of damage on the side of Ninjas and Pajamas. And their Tiny's not getting anywhere. Era's reaching for something to hold on to. From my stones. Conspiracy theory.
Look, man, okay?
It's the Aghanim's Labyrinth, man. They're controlling the whole scene.
They are. They really are, man. Aghanim has way more influence than you think.
Liquid fire doesn't melt steel beams, bro.
It does. I've actually checked. I've tried that.
What would be steel in Dota? I couldn't come up with anything.
Clockwork.
Steel armor?
Yeah. Have you ever seen a Jakiro kill a Clockwork? No, Clockwork counters Jakiro. You think that's a coincidence? I don't think there are coincidences in this world.
What do you think? Twin-headed dragon?
Yeah.
Oh, dear. I need to get away from this subject.
Yes, you do.
I don't want to fall into the trap that Slacks did. You're talking about your meat banana, Misha. Run, Misha, run! The fishman cometh.
But the fishman leaveth now. That's it. That's all he was interested in. Quick kill and he's out. Did you know sharks can survive for months off of just one feast? Did you know that?
I did not. I feel like I had that information maybe somewhere in the back of my head, but
I made it up, actually.
Oh, okay.
You believed it.
I did believe it.
That's a PSA.
I mean, I could see them just kind of like, you know, hunkering down, being able to chill. So you're saying I should be a lot more scared when I go into the ocean because they're always hungry.
I think they're probably hungry most of the time. I mean, have you tried
that
swimming?
eyes, Chief.
If I'm swimming, there's almost no fish. Right?
Okay.
And look at this. He enters into the ocean.
You're right. He's always
a hungry shark.
Don't stop.
There's.
So what about there not being any fish in the ocean?
Have you ever been at the beach and you're walking and you step on a fish?
No.
Have you seen a fish in person?
Yes.
How many?
A lot.
Did you actually pull it out of a fishing rod? Like, did you put a fishing rod
I did once, yes.
Okay. Well, how do you know that there's actually fish in the water and that there wasn't just somebody under there that attached the fish?
Because you can see the fish in the water.
Oh,
you go to any river and you just chill out there.
River? We're talking ocean.
Oh, excuse me.
I've never seen a fish in the
snorkeling.
ocean. You've done that? So how do you know?
Actually, yes, I have, but I have seen fish in the ocean.
Oh, God damn it.
And maybe I'm just in on the conspiracy.
That's true.
I'm a plant.
He just admitted it. God damn. He's got that full eggs now, so the ocean now comes to him.
True, he summons the ocean.
He does. That's a fun egg.
That's what Aquaman needs. I was
He
wondering,
really
what
does.
does Aquaman do outside if he's not in water?
Well, those jetpacks that shoot water, why doesn't he just carry one of those?
Ah, there you go.
Can he bend water? I've never seen Aquaman.
I don't know.
Is it like Avatar?
No clue.
Not the bad Avatar, the good Avatar.
Yeah. Just does some water bending.
Yeah. I think so. God, Charlie's life it's a sad life for an anti-mage.
You know, I was like, all right, back to the immortal matches. Not going to have to bullshit anymore. Then we get to this series.
Need a lot of bullshitting in this one.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it's rough.
Someone refill my cup. I don't need water anymore. I need something else.
Poison. That's a nice tree spot. Governor would be very happy about that.
I'm sure Robson is stoked about that. Swap to try and get out of the base. Surely he's going to die for this, though, right? You just land your shots.
Do you care, though? I mean, they gave the Aegis to Zai, I think, for this reason.
I mean, plus they have the spirits, so let's go.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep going.
Exactly. I mean, he's alive, basically.
Long ship in. Oh, the Avalanche is going to stop him from getting the Cogs pushed back, but he didn't have Swashbuckle up anyway. He used it, and that's the moment that they're going to pounce. Anytime Ninjas the Pajamas show just the slightest bit of weakness, anytime a spell is on cooldown, anytime they bleed just the slightest amount, Jenkins. The Shark Man, he smells it.
I gotta say, those Necros do noticeably shit damage to buildings, though, because of the hero damage. Now they do hero damage, so that is definitely one thing that Lycan is not
When
great
did that
at.
change?
That was like when he started falling off. That was a big change. The Necro got changed, so it does hero damage. So technically now it does more damage to heroes, but it does less damage to buildings and creeps. Yeah, that's why, you know, like Eidolons will do more damage to towers than Enigma does himself, because hero damage is reduced significantly.
3-man smoke up from Ninjas the Pajamas. Oh dear, that smoke got scanned. Hey, we've got Manta. 24-minute Manta on Anti-Mage.
Yeah, you know what? 12k gold deficit. That's not as bad as last game. There's okay. This is a start.
Oh, the BKB. Surely they've got enough physical damage. It's the pure damage that'll actually get that kill. Okay, they're still gonna fight without the Lycan though. Secret's gonna come in, and with the double damage on Nisha, I can understand why. Because that poor Queen of Pain. My goodness. This got ripped apart. They do manage to kill the Phoenix as well. So, hey, a 2 for 2. Well, 3 for 2. That's the best outcome Ninjas the Pajamas has had thus far.
I noticed something kind of interesting in that fight. This is just like the the video guy in me.
Not a conspiracy theory.
No. This is not a conspiracy. Just something I find interesting. I don't necessarily know if this was, I can't see into these players' brains.
Okay.
But Queen of Pain was amplified, blinked out. Or sorry, Anti-Mage was amplified, blinked out, and I think Zai could have chased him, but he chose to go and help his carry with the Tiny. Like that to me just speaks to how Secret values. Maybe it's instinct, maybe they talk about it, I don't know. But it speaks to me like how they value staying together as a team in these fights,
playing around each other as much as possible.
Right, they play around with they play around each other instead of going for like the high value kills. If it was, they'd rather play around each other than do that.
They're gonna go for Nisha. Oh, the hook shot trying to save him from the Rolling Thunder, but it's only gonna cost Puppey his life as well. The cherry on top for a successful defense from Ninjas in Pajamas once again. They do have Matama Man this time though, and he's raring to go with a shapeshift BKB. Running at Era. Era's kind of tanky, though. Maybe he's not the target. Maybe nobody's the target.
Yeah, they need that Zai amplification, I think, to kill any of these other heroes. It's basically Snapfire and Pangolier that can die right now without the amplification. These other ones will be a lot easier to kill. Oh, okay, Supreme. That's pretty crazy, man.
Yeah, he just kind of jumped in there, and even the Shivas was actually down for him, Charlie. He goes in now, the Avalanche over the two of them, and Matama Man's in his melee form, so they just have to kind of walk away from him. If they can kite around Zai, they can go for the other heroes. He's going to have to Supernova on their high ground here, but they do manage to kill it. Supreme is able to blink away from Zai. Zai, though, in hot pursuit. He's so damn fast that he's going to be able to stop the Sonic Wave from going off as well. Charlie bounces in and out of the team fight as much as possible. Aries going to join him in trying to escape. So it wasn't really worth it for them as that chase only got the Phoenix kill, and now it's going to get Era killed as well. Waiting his fate inside the cog, surrounded by heroes. Eventually he dies. Charlie, you know that Zai's not going to give up just yet. He's got a Blink Dagger. He's got Sprint up. He's got vision of Charlie. But Charlie has a TP scroll.
They just go down mid.
Yeah, might as well.
That's one of those fights where they did split up. I think that's interesting that Secret is, they value staying together, but they're also pretty good at making the choice when they have to split up.
Okay, swapped into an awkward position that gets Nisha killed again. Now, Matama Man, he can finish off these buildings and get out if he wants to. Still got plenty of shapeshift. Zai, though, he's going to go in. He's going to go for Supreme. The Yule Scepter's going to buy a little bit of time here. Really good ultimate coming out from Nisha. If he can land some of these shots on Matama Man, they might just be able to get the kill. The Mana Boy, the Sonic Wave, both the ultimates. That's enough to be able to kill the Lycan. Now Puppey's going to be the next target as he's scooching on by the tier 3 with no mana to work with. No real hope of juking here. There's nowhere to hide, Puppey. All I can do is just buy more time.
Just wasting time there. That Cogs was a bit unfortunate. When you have two melee cores with clockwork, it can be kind of sad. Especially one of them's a Lycan, he's Lycan form, and then the Cogs despawn, and all of a sudden he's just a regular person. It's like, uh-oh, I was a dog a few seconds ago. That's always very sad.
Hey, Roshan's up.
Yeah, this is looking okay for NiP, actually. I mean, Charlie's kind of huge. Almost got his AC. Oh, they do not want to give this up.
They buy back for this, and they don't have their Lycan for the fight. So this could end up being really awkward. If Secret take this fight, lose it around the Roshan pit, they're going to go. Nice use of this ultimate here from the Pango to make sure nobody can interrupt and steal away this Aegis. Zai, he gets the two-man crush, but Supreme instantly blinking himself away. Swap back in. The Rolling Thunder, though, stopping Zai a little bit longer. He's going to get on top of Supreme. One hit. That's all he needs.
100 seconds.
There goes Yapzor. He's going to be dead. 100 seconds for Supreme, but if Charlie can carry through this with the help of Era, they just need some disables. Nisha's now dead. Zai burned out of most of his mana, but the targeting on Era, he's going to be fine. All that physical damage of the bash. Thanks to the Corrosive Haze, he's able to get that kill. Charlie gets out with the Aegis, but it's just him. He's got two buybacks available, one from Era, one from Mr. Pangolier.
3v3.
They're going to have to use it here.
Yeah, I think so. It's Megas. I mean, you got to buy back and it's a 3v3.
I think that's Saberlight's waiting for the initiation from Era.
He's got 15 seconds at this point. Okay, he has to buy back.
I don't know if you could wait any longer. The BKB is going to go off from Matama Man. Saberlight in there. Charlie start targeting Matama Man, fighting up against that BKB. He's getting burned out of most of his mana. Good Cogs push back there. Used to the clumsy net to hold Matama Man in place, but now maybe Charlie's gone in a bit too deep. Still has his Aegis intact, though. That's going to be life number 1. Zai just running a Saberlight here. Era, he has that avalanche, and it looks like Zai just kind of goes in to, I guess, keep everybody from chasing his team.
His Lycan has no ult, no BKB.
Yeah.
He has to make that space. I like that call. Like, it looks really silly. It looks really dumb, but 100% that was the call. It's like, I'm just going to go in and feed.
Yeah.
So my Lycan can get out.
Everything for Matama Man at this point.
Yep.
Ninjas of Pajamas. They are on a thin razor edge here, but there is hope. They are beginning to kind of win some fights here.
They really need that Abyssal on Anti-Mage, I think. That's really when he can start solo killing people, maybe 1v5.
Yeah.
That's about what they have to wait for. He's far away from it, though. That AC is necessary, otherwise he just feeds in every fight. Imagine being an Agi hero, incredibly good Agi gain, and you still need to get an AC because there's so much minus armor on the enemy team. That feels bad. Snapfire even picking up a medallion.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Yeah, that's
Too bad that Abyssal Blade is a long ways away. Supreme with the Shivas.
He blinked in.
Just kind of pushes him away because, yeah, he needed that extra timing with the blink, right?
Does Supreme have an Ags? I don't think he has an Ags, right?
No.
Just that's just a regular ult. Unfortunate. Yeah, okay. Yeah, just so many armor items. Going for a third item Orchid is not so fun.
What do you think the intention is for that? Is he just wanting to target the Phoenix?
Yeah,
like,
good at blowing up the Phoenix. Lycan's got a BKB. I mean, Orchid's useless against Zai. It'll build into an eventual Bloodthorn. If you can get an Abyssal Blade on Anti-Mage and Bloodthorn somebody, they will die.
This is a really scary part here because Ninjas of Pajamas, they can win this next fight and still be losing to Vegas.
This is true. This is true. If it was old Lycan, it would be a lot scarier. Once again, going back to the damage on towers that the units used to do.
Yeah.
He could just shred your base. Not so much anymore, but you know, you've got the Venge on top of that too. This is a great tower hitter, especially with the Desolator.
And then get their two different high ground wards here. Two different sides, and Ninjas of Pajamas, they're going to push through that with their smoke. Now, the smoke hasn't broken just yet, but as soon as it does, they're going to be underneath a ward. Saberlight has spotted. Zai misses with the swashbuckle, and Secret just full retreat real quick. Even though they had the vision there, they didn't feel comfortable taking that fight, probably because the TD there on Charlie.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. He's actually going for a butterfly on Charlie, so he's really valuing just staying alive in this game. But like you said, he can stay alive, and maybe they still lose the game just because of the tower push that they have. I mean, it's one set of racks that we need to get, that's all.
Saberlight in his build, also going Abyssal Blade, but he goes for the Vanguard first rather than control the Basher with his swashbuckle because he's like, I'm just dying so quickly in these fights.
Yeah.
Corrosive Haze, you know, Necronomicon minions start running at me.
You know, if he's got nags, maybe it's a different story. Going for that Basher first would be the play, but he doesn't, you know, he's not going to get a swashbuckle. He's going to get one swashbuckle off and then his ult, and then he's probably going to die.
All right, everybody's getting a lot of items here. We have the level 20 on the Slardar, which is an extra -4 armor.
Oh, yeah.
He also has a Halberd now. You saw some BKBs coming in. I think Venge has her BKB.
God, the nice thing about this build on Slardar, when you go for Halberd Ags, you don't need a BKB. You just have so much status resist.
Zai just blindly jumping in, misses his initiation. He's going to be Orchided here. Thinking about the Rolling Thunder.
It doesn't do anything.
Yeah, with that Aghanim Scepter, he could just kind of force fights around himself.
Yeah.
And he knows he'll survive for quite some time.
I think Puppy's got a I think Puppy's got a Halberd as well. He's got Glimmer Halberd. They have 3 Halberds. Look at that.
Yeah, dude.
3 Halberds.
Like, what does an Animage do?
Oh, Charlie, you have so much weight on your shoulders, my friend.
Yeah, like he has to, like, the damage is entirely on him.
It is.
To actually finish people off. And
yeah.
He's just going to be disabled for like 15 seconds in every fight. Real good.
Zai's caught him. Does he have the Manta? Oh, he does have the Manta, okay.
Gets rid of that Corrosive Haze. Got to disappear into the trees.
I think Matumba popped ulti. He looks like he's running pretty speedy on the map.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Just trying to hunt them down. It's not bad to use it at level 20, though. You've got the cooldown reduction, and you've got the duration, so...
Yeah, it's not like, I'm not sure if Ninja Jam is really going to try and take advantage of this timing. Nisha, they actually get the initiation on the Sonic Wave. It's almost enough, but a BKB, he's surviving through this magic damage. Charlie has to commit one more blink to go in, but he actually doesn't get it. He gets smashed up, but holy shit! He just lost all of his HP so quickly, but he still managed to get out. A Rolling Thunder on through, protects Supreme as well. Saberlight stuck here for now as he TP's out. They actually got everyone out. Well, I say that, maybe spoke a little bit too soon. No, Charlie's good.
Dude, how clenched do you think Charlie's anus was? So clenched.
Jenkins, this is not the time to be talking about your anal fixation again. Jesus.
No fixation. What? Don't put that out there. Don't put that out there.
32-25, and Ninjas the Pajamas are holding on. Fingernails dug deep.
Oh boy, he died so quickly. Actually, that was nuts. Did end up killing Nisha though, but he seems like he just wants to die. He is okay with death.
He's true. Nope. Puppy says, that's mine.
Like an ultimate.
Man's going to pop his ultimate. There's a lot of people outside of the base, nowhere close. Zai is going to start leading the charge here, trying to get the corrosive haze. Charlie's going to remove that with his mantis. He fights back against Matumman. He's doing so well against him, too. Chase down, Shiva's going off. Supreme does have the corrosive haze, but there's not a whole lot of physical damage behind it anymore with Matumman on the retreat. It's just Lazai, but they're ignoring him at this point in time, but they have to run away from the Supernova here. Swashbuckle over to the side, still going to be hit by this stun. They're going to go for this Pango, it looks like, inside the river. Looks like Misha's already dead. Swap back in, but Charlie goes the other direction now, but he still has the corrosive haze on him. Another blink up in a second. Can Zai get the hit in? No crush, but he still has his blink dagger coming in soon. He opts not to chase. Better to sit around this Roshan pit. We've got potential spawn time has started. It's going to be up in 1 minute.
Yeah, they have full control of this thing. I think it's going to be really difficult for NiP to fight in the river. Like, normally I would say Pango is really great at fighting in the river, but against a Clockwork and a Phoenix, I mean, there's good fighting on Secret, but it's more so like the Clockwork can just disrupt the big ball in that normally Pango would be good.
Okay, he does have his BKB coming up, but it may be too late. He's already been tossed up in the air, takes a good amount of damage. Now he just needs the physical damage of the AM, but he has to blink away every single time. He's so scared of Zai. Zai now going to be able to hunt down Saberlight. Up next, the Pangolier. Is he going to be able to swashbuckle away? Gets a little bit of distance, takes the Force Staff. Rolling Thunder's back in on them. Stuns up Zai for a little bit. Era. Puppy actually went in. They managed to finish up Era. Era went down.
Oh, Charlie's in!
Oh, Charlie! That Midas Arbor was too much. He thought he could get offensive, and now he doesn't have buyback. Ninjas the Pajamas, they were holding on, but without their primary carry, it looks like all hope is lost for this game, too. He's short 1,700 gold.
Just need about 12 bounties, and he'll be good.
Okay. Well, Supreme, he's going to have to do it by himself here, but...
Look at Zai,
the water,
just
man.
1v3 diving.
It just makes Zai look unkillable. They have a glyph, a little bit of time. Magic Missile into an Abyssal Blades. Now it's going to be the Pangolier. One buyback. That's for Supreme, but he can't even kill the supports, man. Nice swap back into the cogs. Just a little bit of extra style and class there from Nisha as they finally do take this. Game 2, Ninjas the Pajamas, they held on a little bit better than they did in Game 1, but the outcome